Did you know that you can really improve your animation or the quality of your animation by simply using some camera tricks? Now, today I'm going to show you one of the tricks, so stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Eon and welcome to my Start Animating YouTube channel. The channel that is specifically aimed at everyone that is new to animation or who wants to start animation but they don't know where to start. Well, if that is you, welcome, you are at the right place. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also click on that little notification bell so that you can get notified every week when I upload a brand new video. And again, if you are new to animation or you want to start animating but you don't have the confidence or you don't know where to start, well, I've got some great news for you. I've got a free online video training that you can take, and the great thing is you will work alongside with me, and by the end of the video you would have created your very own animation. And for me that is so important, because the only way you can learn and the only way you can improve is if you actually start animating. And that's why I call this YouTube channel, my website, Start Animating. So go and click on the link in the description box below and go sign up and go and start your dream to become an animator. That video will really help you. It teaches you the basics of animation, and by the end of the video, like I've mentioned, you would have created your own animation, but you will also have enough of the basic knowledge to go and improve or to go and create your own animations. And that is so important. You can always build from there, but the first thing you need to do is to start animating. So feel free to go and sign up. It is absolutely free. Now today I'm going to show you a technique that you can use in your animations just to make it look more intriguing for the viewer. It can really add a lot to your animations, and that is by using different camera techniques. Now in the next few videos I'm going to give you guys a few camera techniques that you can always implement. Some of them are crucial, it is almost like law, but most of them is more as a creative tool to just make your animations just look more intriguing and to keep your audience captivated. So if you can get your audience to be, if you can capture their imagination, that is what you want as an animator. You want people to enjoy your animation, and you want to use every single tool in the book in order to do that. So it is more than just animation. Yes, that is important, but it's the whole package. It's the storytelling. It is everything, the sound design, everything will make your animation so much better. And one of the things is your camera technique. There's a few tips that you can do that you can actually just make your animations look more intriguing to the audience. You can tell your story so much better with your camera. So in the next few weeks, I'm going to give you guys a few camera techniques or camera tips that you can implement in your animations, and it will really help. Now today I'm going to look at something, I call it zoom in, zoom out. So it is actually very, very simple, but the key here is to use it not too much, otherwise your animation will look too busy, but you use it at certain times. So what do I mean about zoom in, zoom out? So what you want is just to break the, how can I put it? You don't want your animation to look very static. So you want to create small little things that just change visually so that your, it just triggers the audience and they'll just be more interested. So one way you can do it is with zoom in, zoom out. Now when I say zoom in, zoom out, I don't mean like zoom in into your character's face or zoom out or zoom in onto an object. What I mean about this is just subtle zoom in, zoom out. So if I can quickly give you guys an example. Let's say your character is talking to the audience. He's looking at the camera and he say, I want to tell you a secret. Now you see what I did there? I moved in a little bit closer. Okay. But if you want to add more effect it's almost like the audience wants to listen. So what you do in that instant is you just zoom in your camera a little bit, not much. So as your character moves forward, you also zoom in a little bit. And when he moves back, you can just zoom back again or zoom out. So small, subtle zoom in, zoom out at strategic areas. You don't want to do this too often, otherwise your animation will look too busy and it just will look off. Something won't look right. So you want to use this technique strategically. So you really want to look at your animation and each scene and see, where can I use this? But it really adds a lot to your animation. So I'm going to show you an animation that I'm currently working on. It is still work in progress. So it's not finished, so don't look at it as a final product. I'm still working on the show, but the scene that I'm going to show you really explains or shows this really well. How I've used this subtle zoom in, zoom out every now and then just to keep the scene interested, because this whole scene, it's not like a story, but it's actually just the character talking to the viewers. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at the scene, and then I want you to look at the zoom in and zoom out from the camera. See if you can pick it up, and let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. Does it work? Does it make an impact on your animations or on this specific animation? And I also want you to keep in mind, before looking at this, if I didn't do it, if it was one camera shot for the whole animation, how boring would that have looked? So keep that in mind. Let's quickly have a look at it. This is from animation that I'm working on called The Greatest Story. So let's quickly have a look at it.
I wish I knew how the story should begin. Looks like I'll have to start all over again. Hey, I didn't see you there. You shouldn't creep up on an old lad like me, you know. Anyways, my name's Uncle Gabe, or better known in my village as Gabe the Magnificent. Ha ha, no man, I'm just kidding. But I'm known for telling great stories. I love to tell stories, you know, it is a huge passion of mine. I just started writing a new story before you arrived. But I'm stuck and I don't know how my story should begin. Ooh, I have an idea. I know of a story with a great beginning. Maybe if I tell you the story, it will inspire me to write a great beginning for my story. What do you say? You want to hear the beginning of the greatest story ever told? I thought so. Haha, let me get me book.
Okay, so I'm sure you can see how the camera zooms in and zooms out at certain stages. It is not overwhelming. It is very subtle. It is not very close up or very far. It is actually just subtle. Yes, in the beginning you'll see the whole scene with the character sitting, and then I go close up. So that is just another technique that I'm going to look at next week. So make sure you check out next week's video. So that is another camera technique I'm going to teach you next week. But otherwise, in the rest of the video, you will see there's just that subtle zoom in, zoom out every now and then. And it's not too much. It's not overwhelming, but it really adds to the scene. It really adds to the character's performance almost, if I can put it like that. It just adds something different. It keeps the audience engaged and intrigued in this scene. Otherwise, it would have looked extremely boring. So it really just adds that little extra to your animation, and it will keep your audience engaged. And it will just look so much better if you use this technique wisely. As I've mentioned, don't do this too much, otherwise your animation is going to look like a camera that's trying to pick something up on autofocus. It's just not going to look natural. So use it sparingly, use it at the right times, and it will really add to your animation, and it will look so much better. So guys, that is my tip for this week. Remember, next week I'm going to show you another camera technique. There's actually 3 I'm going to teach you guys. And so make sure you hit that subscribe button and also click on that notification bell so that you can get notified next week when I upload my brand new video. And remember, if you are new to animation, make sure you go and sign up. Go do that live video training of mine. I'm sure it's going to help you. So I'll see you guys next week. Hope you're doing well, and God bless. Goodbye.